Hey y'all, welcome to the Filling Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in this market or to just learn from the market. But first, let me give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. But if you could please like, share, subscribe, y'all. We learn and we grow together. With that being said, let's get started. We are now looking at the spine. As you can see, we closed at 628.86. Looks as if we tried to make a new high today, 631.77. That has been a resistance area for us, but the support is right here at the 631.25. I always say, where are the trouble places, right? That is the gathering spot or the consolidation area that we were in. So losing this area at 631.25, we could very well come back to a level of 630.77. That's right where the 20 EMA is, and y'all see we bounced from there, right? So breaking this level of 630.77, we could very well come back to around the 630.36, and breaking that, we could use the 250 EMA at the 630.09. Should we break that level, have 629.80 and the ATR trail and stop around the 629.65 area. Now breaking that brings us back to the 629.48 and 629.14. Breaking that level, 628.85 could be a support area, or the 628.79, somewhere around there could be a support area. Now breaking that, we could possibly come back to the 628.40, which is right very close to that 200 EMA as of now, 628.35. So if you are trading this SPY today, those are possible areas of support, right? So I say it often, in this market, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. We are looking at Tesla. Y'all know I say it often, Tesla does what Tesla does, right? So as of now, we close at 332.11. It is earnings day. Yes. So where are the trouble places for Tesla? Let's say we are declining now. For instance, we come down, find support here at this 330.83 area. Back to the upside, we have 330.91, 330.04, 331.39, 331.52. We can use that 50 EMA around a 331.89. Should we break that? 332.05, 332.34, 332.58, 332.99, 333.13. Could be a trouble place for us. Now breaking that, we could very well have trouble again. 333.77, 334.28. Those could be possible areas of rejection for Tesla. Breaking that 334.28 area, 334.77 could be a rejection area for us. Now back to the downside. Let's say we break again under this level here of 330.33. 330.66 could be a support area. The ATR trailing stop is around a 330.48 as of now, which is not far from an area of 330.38. So that 330.38, 330.48 could be a strong area of support for Tesla. Now, should we break that area, we could very well come back to 329.81 and breaking that level, 329.37. As you can see, there's a few layers of support here at that 329.24 down to the 329.02 area. So that's kind of like a few areas of support for Tesla. Now, breaking that, again, we can come back to 328.66, 328.45. Those are possible areas of support for Tesla. I say it so often, y'all, in this market, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. Apple is an inside day candle for today, meaning if by chance we break above this level 214.97, the upside target today for Apple is around the 215.82. It is trading in this gathering spot at the support area here at the 214.97. Now, should we break that, 214.77 could be a support, and again 214.58. Breaking that brings us back to 214.43. Now back to the downside. Let's say we get back under this 212.18 area. The downside target today for Apple is around the 211.60. Again, not financial advice. I say find the gathering spot and mark your levels, and once it goes against your why, y'all get out. Live to trade another day, right? So we are now looking at AMD. We closed at 150. 154.72, and it seems to be trading in this little zone, or the gathering spot, as I like to say, right? So looks like we broke out of that, broke through the 200 EMA. Where are the trouble places as of now for AMD? Y'all see we got stopped out here at this 157. I had the 157.60. The high of this candle was 157.59. I love to see this, right? It's just simple support and resistance, remembering the trouble places, right? So breaking the 157.60 area, we could possibly have trouble 158.21, 158.50, and breaking that level for AMD today, 159.18, 159.52, 159.87. Those are possible areas of rejection. And as you can see, we have a few layers here. So 159.87, let's say 160.07, 160.39, 160.58. And again, I look at support and resistance on a smaller scale because when I'm in the trade, I kind of want to know where my possible trouble places are. So again, looking at AMD back to the downside, let's say we get back under that 200 EMA, back under this 155.54 area, which is here, we could very well find support 155.10 and breaking that 154.84. Now, should we break that level, looks like the ATR trailing stop is forming right here at a level of 154.87. So should we break that level, we could come back to 154.54, which is here, and find support again. Now breaking that level, we have 154.02, 153.65, 153.31, and 152.98. Those are possible areas of support and resistance for AMD. Again, not financial advice. So we are now looking at Meta. We closed at 704.81. Looking at this candle from yesterday's interesting, right? So where are the trouble places for Meta? We've been trading sideways here, or the gathering spot, as I like to say. Looks as if resistance is around the 708.77. However, if we should get back above that and break through that, we could possibly have trouble 709.86. Breaking that level 711.04, and should we break that 712.03, breaking the 712.03 for Meta today, 712.86, 713.46, 714.77, 715.58. Those are possible areas of rejection. Now let's mark this level to the downside here. Let's see if I can get to this zone. Something stopped us in this area here, which is around the 706.90. So should we break under the 706.90 area for Meta? I do have a one that's really close, 706.48, not far away. However, breaking that 705.50, and should we break that 705.50, something stopped us in around this area here, which is around the 704.13. Should we break that 704.13, I have the level of 703.51, and again here at 702.47, 701.91, and breaking that brings us back to the $700.99. So if Meta is something that you trade today, y'all know I said often, trade carefully, and once it goes against your why, your reason for getting in it, make sure you're able to get out. And so we're now looking at NVDA. We closed at 167.03. This candle here is interesting from yesterday. Now it looks like we created a gathering spot. Are we trying to make our way back to the upside? It looks like that ATR trailing stop 169.41 is a resistance area for us. Support 169.07. Now should we break the 169.41 for NVDA, we could possibly have trouble again, 169.88, and breaking that 169.97. Should we break that level, 170.92, again here at 171.45, 171.96, breaking that 171.96 area, 172.33, 172.57. Now back to the downside, if by chance we break under this 160.07 area for NVDA, we could very well come back to around the 168.63 area here. Should we lose that area of support, we could very well come back to this level of 168.23, and breaking that brings us back to the 167.89, and breaking that level 167.89, I would say the 167.59, not very far away. However, breaking that 167.37. And should we break that level, 167.02, breaking that 167.02, I have 166.52, and breaking that 166.97, let's see, 166 or 165.97. So if NVIDIA is something that you trade today, y'all know I say it often, trade carefully, mark your levels. Once it goes against your why, get out. I always say live to trade another day. And if you're trading Tesla today, I say trade carefully. Yeah, the market should be interesting today. Let me say that. Well, the market is interesting every day. Let me say it that way. So y'all, this is what I see when I look at the market today. There's so many different ways to trade the market. And again, what's challenging is trying to find the strategy that works for you and for you to have the discipline to execute your plan. So mark your levels. And again, once it goes against your why, get out. Make sure you have the discipline to do so. I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very productive day today. Again, if you could please like, share, subscribe, y'all. We learn and we grow together. With that being said, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others. Until next time.